Welcome back to The Good Talk, our post-game recap and Q&A show where we discuss the game that we just played and answer all your burning questions, both Warhammer and otherwise. We just came off of a great game between the forces of the Genestealer cults and the Aeldari. We had a ton of debuts today. We played on the brand new Frontiers terrain, which is on pre-order, and Games Workshop was so kind to send us. We played using the Tempest of War cards, which came out today that we've been absolutely loving. And we played with the new Avatar and the new Shining Spears, all of which also come out today. And boy,
dude,
it was wild.
It's crazy. It was like actually a wild game as well.
It was so fun.
And the terrain was so fun. Tempest of War, we've been loving it, so we don't even need to talk about it. It's been great. But the terrain has been awesome as well. It just seems so practical. Like we were opening up roofs, putting guys inside. It's just so easy to use, and they're learning a lot from their terrain.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Being able to make things obscurable super easily, because the walls, I know they love walls, I know walls are easy to produce and manufacture, but just by themselves, they just don't do enough for the game. Right. So they have, and I know we didn't really get into close-ups of it, but there's sections of the buildings that actually are meant to slot into the walls. And fit completely flush with it, so because that's nice. Because otherwise, it's like, who needs a bunch of walls, you know?
Sure. Yeah, you were able to make those L's and stuff.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah. I think they've also learned a lot about playable surfaces. They've learned that like a lot of the old terrain just had places where you couldn't really get models there, or you could get models there, they wouldn't stay, or you could get models there, but you would really injure yourself doing it.
Yeah.
And this kit has none of those problems. Everything's super easily accessible. Models just go where you think that...
There's some spiky bits in there.
Okay, it's still GW terrain. There's still spikes on things. But you don't have to reach inside the spiky building. You can just put things on top of the spiky building.
Yeah.
Look, we didn't hurt ourselves once this game.
That's true.
Which is not a given.
Yeah.
So yeah, let us know in chat and in the comments what you guys think about the new terrain, if you're digging it or not. As far as the game goes, it was cool. It was very Tempest of War, which, again, not to get too much into, wild and wacky, but also you definitely have to play well still, you know? And you have to keep your head in the game. You had a tough time starting out, where I was sort of in the default winning position.
Yes. I don't think I've seen a Tempest of War game that we've played this far that swingy.
Yeah.
It was just crazy. And I wasn't drawing the cards that I wanted, or like could readily do in the beginning. So I was like, oh, I'll just kill you. I'll just kill stuff.
Right.
Yes, just because.
And you had to kind of like burn through them fast enough because you know the deck you can get through. I had 5 cards left. I think you had about the same. Maybe a little bit less because you had to burn through them. You know there's good cards in there that you can score.
Right.
But you have to know like when to hold them, when to discard, trying to get through the good ones.
True.
Know when to fold.
No folding the cards.
And that's what we saw, right? I was just like dominating on the points, but then you got some of the more accessible ones.
Exactly, yeah. It all kind of like avalanched in. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just like got 3 amazing cards at the end.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, very true. It's usually like a race where we try to get through the deck and get to the good ones.
Totally.
So
yeah. Do you have any shining moments for your army or any MVPs you might hand out?
I know.
Dude. The Avatar was amazing.
Yeah.
The Swooping Hawks were absolutely crushing it every turn.
Oh my god.
Especially because you lost a lot of your shooting early on.
Yeah.
There's just nothing that could touch them.
Well, their battle focus makes them so hard to get to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And their movement alone, they're not even 12 move, they're 14.
Even that last turn, I brought in the neophytes to shoot you and didn't even consider that the Swooping Hawks could reach you.
Yeah.
Like I could have been more like off to the side and been safe, but like their move is so much faster than you think.
Yeah.
It's very impressive.
It's true. Yeah, I was able to. I was on the cusp of maybe not getting guide.
Yeah.
If you were tucked in like all the way, because I had the move with the Swooping Hawks. That wasn't the problem. It was more of the synergistic buffs from the Farseer that was on the other side of the table and the Swooping Hawks and kind of like bringing them together.
Absolutely.
And still being able to do the shooting.
That big squad really benefits a lot from Doom, Guide.
I'm kind of sold. I'm glad that we went with the bigger squad of Swooping Hawks because like now I understand it. They're
I think
great.
it even has its place in like comp games.
They're one of the best aspect warriors, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially with the redeploy every turn.
Yeah.
So scary.
It's so good.
It's so hard to get to.
Yeah.
So I think as much as I want to give it to the Avatar, I feel like the Swooping Hawks kind of were the MVP.
Yeah. The Avatar was kind of just like a distraction card effects.
Yes.
And then, he did his job.
He was a really good distraction card.
He was so distracting.
He just ran rampant for 4 turns.
Yeah.
And finally, Adrian put his foot down and said, no.
No more.
Muscle Beach will not just lay in the sun. They will go deal with this problem.
They're just like oiling themselves and like flexing. And like, okay, fine. Let's go.
I don't want to talk this week.
That's hilarious.
What about the GSC? Did you have any MVPs,
I feel
shining
like it
moments?
has to be Muscle Beach, but also not Muscle Beach because they kind of just sat there. They were pinned down the whole time. That was my bad. I knew in deployment, like I wanted to have a strong center. The problem with having the 20 neophytes in the center is you could toss a blender unit and just kill them.
Yeah.
Whereas the aberrants, you just couldn't. But I ended up putting both there, and that was a bit too much. So the neophytes could have done more work than they did, I think, frankly. The bikers disappointed me.
It's just like you can't overestimate or you can't underestimate the movement of Craft World because they'll take whatever you give them. You know, their reach is so far, and they'll strike and fade, and you won't be able to see them.
Yeah.
You really need to put them in such hard situations where they have to sacrifice something, or
And to that point, I think the MVP probably is the Humble Acolytes. Not one squad, but they just were doing all the shenanigans of being like, hidden kind of, getting the cover, doing the emergency to get out and hold it.
And having lightning fast for the Dire Avengers, like they probably should have died. They probably should have died. That should have been an amazing trade for you. And just you rolled poorly on.
You played well though. I took the risk. I shouldn't have. You know what I should have done? I was thinking about it after I did it. Gone for the Rangers, but also I think it's possible. I don't know the measurement, but gone into the Rangers in such a way that I'm not within 6 of the Dire Avengers. Kill them, pop them back up. And next turn I have the whole squad. Yeah. And so
you do that against me every game too.
I normally do. I just really was worried about. Because you had the Dire Avengers tucked in this L, so that anything in the midfield that didn't tie to the Swooping Hawks, they'd be able to deal with, or they could sprint out. So I got spooked by them. But hey,
I rolled a lot of auto advances too that game. I rolled a lot of ones.
1s and 2s. You just kept rolling 1s and 2s.
Yeah, I was just like, why are you giving me these? I guess I'll take them. Right? I don't know.
Normally it's like the 4s and 5s that you roll and throw away.
Yeah.
Because you don't want them. But it was all 1s and 2s.
All 1s and 2s. So and then it poured 6s that one turn.
The one turn of the game.
Of like just like 3 or 4 6s.
Yeah. That was nuts.
You were just like, yep, the Avatar's invincible. Sorry, dude.
That was exactly my thought. I was just like,
tough.
Not losing the Avatar this game. Or this turn.
Well, with that, if you guys have any more questions about the game, let us know. Other than that, let's dive on in and answer the super chats.
Let's get to it. Oh, it's that one. There it is. Thank you, Dungeon Master. Hey Titans, so apparently the squats are coming back, probably getting released before 9th at CSM. Also glad to see the only good Greater Demon of Khorne on the table today. The Avatar of Cain.
Yeah.
But Cain and Khorne are not...
They're very close.
They're like... If you squint really hard...
They're exactly the same.
They're actually quite like brothers, yeah. They're definitely siblings in that way.
Well, I don't know about brothers.
Because he's actually, Avatar has a demon keyword.
But does he still have demon keyword?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, good.
And they're both the gods of war of their...
Yeah.
Well, Khorne is actually like just more overarching, but Cain is the god of war.
I would love to see more.
Has Cain ever fought? They had like a war...
Khorne?
Has Cain ever fought the Chaos Gods?
Cain has fought... Yeah, I mean, he got destroyed by Slaanesh.
No, but
he decidedly did not get destroyed by Slaanesh.
He fractured himself, right?
But he escaped. So all the other gods were totally killed.
Yeah.
He and Segrak
did he
escaped.
not get fractured? He fractured himself?
He might have been fractured, but the other gods don't exist.
Yeah, they completely got destroyed. Yeah.
So these are different. These are shards of him. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well. And Segrak just like hid in the webway. And he's like,
playing the late game.
Yeah, the late game.
God, I still can't believe the first time that I said, why don't they just put a craft world in the webway? Everyone was like, but you're an idiot. Why would they ever put a craft world in the webway? It doesn't fit. There were like 100 reasons you can't do it.
Yeah.
And then over the weeks, everyone was like, oh yeah, no, that craft world, it's in the webway. It's in the webway. Like every time.
Well, even Kimura is basically,
right.
You know.
The Drukhari live basically on a craft world
Literally.
in the webway, and the Harlequins also live basically on a craft world in the webway. Oh, and also this Forge World craft world, it got split in half and it's in the webway. So
Only half of it.
basically everything's in the webway.
Impossible.
Well, thanks, Magnus. What up, fam?
Yo, what?
Over under on squats getting 2 wounds before CSM. Dude, definitely. That's gotta
For
happen.
sure. For sure.
Definitely hyped about them. One thing I saw in the video was that the dead admiral had a Chaos Star necklace, hoping for Chaos Dwarves. Oh, that would be
Yes.
cool.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That's awesome.
I'd be into that. Yeah.
People were gonna kit bash it anyway.
Interesting. Interesting.
Because they're not. I think they said in the article they're like not aligned with the Imperium,
For sure.
so they might
They
be
would.
a Chaos
Their
faction.
actions would be
In the
considered
year of
heresy,
chaos?
For sure.
In this our year of chaos. Could it
No
be?
CSM though.
Yeah.
But squats, chaos squats though.
Oh my god.
It could be.
Adrian's like
in our
visually
year of chaos. It could be.
No. I bet they're gonna be like neutral, like anyone can bring them in, and they don't break
Oh,
your
that would be
detachment.
such a bummer.
It would be a
No,
bummer,
if they
for
just
sure.
release like 1 or 2 units,
It's like a white dwarf.
and then you can just bring them in like with anybody. Oh,
I really hope they don't do that.
That would suck. GW, don't
hope-
do that. I know it's too late, but don't do that.
Whatever you're doing.
Just delay it. People will be happier with a full line.
Because
Than
we've only seen 2 models, right?
we've
one
only seen
model.
one model.
That's
was
the
it?
same
Or
guy.
maybe it was-
Just redone.
it's just-
Same guy. It's all the same guy.
And then it's like all detailed shots
Look,
of him. They're gonna milk it, so
Minimum 1 model.
serious.
we're getting.
It's gonna come out and it's gonna be like one guy you can add to your kill team. It's actually just that model.
No.
And he's unaligned and you can bring him in any army.
Oh my god.
And it was an April Fool's all along.
All right. But they don't reveal it until next April Fools. They're like, we got you. We're like, seriously?
All right, thanks, Spritzable. Dark Reapers can't battle focus, just so you remember.
No,
We got that.
doesn't make any sense, chat.
Makes no sense.
Don't
But
do it.
you're right.
Well, okay, so there was a really funny argument in chat
Yeah.
about like Dark Reapers were never supposed to be mobile. They're supposed to be like the artillery. They're slow.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have battle focus.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, I mean, fire dragons also kind of aren't really supposed to be
What?
that fast.
That's not
Like,
true. I disagree with that.
They're like the shock.
Oh my god.
They're the shock force. They come in and they like blow you up, but they're not supposed to
Yeah.
like slink away after
Wait,
that.
but what does shock mean if not fast?
But,
Well, no, they show up fast.
Slow shock. Oh, I'm going to get
but
you.
everyone can fire and fade though, even the Avatar.
Well, like shock troopers are like, we're here, and now we're like, boom, now they get there fast, but then they're there and they're not fast anymore.
Yeah.
Like they'll drop pod in, or they'll like
Yeah.
fly in with jetpacks.
Isn't that, yeah.
May I remind you, Dark Reapers can hit things without even seeing them.
Nope, not anymore. Inescapable accuracy, not anymore, John.
Psychically,
I-
they just see you.
Nope.
Look, I
And they
agree.
never miss.
It was stupid before. How,
Now they always.
yeah. It was stupid before how they ignored the advance and shoot penalty. Or what was it?
They moved they always hit on
They used
threes.
to just hit on threes, ignoring all modifiers.
Battle focus doesn't apply to heavy.
But they were heavy weapons.
Yeah.
But they just always hit on threes because
Right,
they ignored
so-
all modifiers to everything.
Yeah. That
They
was
would
stupid.
they would hit
They-
assassins
So that was
on
stupid,
threes.
but they shouldn't be extra slow now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're going too far the other direction.
Well, no, apparently they never had battle focus.
Yeah, but battle focus didn't matter before,
That's true.
and also it didn't affect heavy weapons. So I'm just saying conceptually it was silly that like ignoring negative penalties was called inescapable accuracy.
Right.
It's not like I can run super fast and while shooting. That's like not the spirit of the
Yeah.
rule. You know what I'm saying? So they like should have made it so that you don't ignore the heavy penalty, or you do, but maybe it's a different rule. It has nothing to do with you aiming super well, right? It was like a baby in the bathwater.
Yeah.
That's why it felt weird to me.
They need something now, though, because hitting on fours,
They got hit way too hard.
real bad. They're supposed to be incredibly accurate, and they're like, every turn, they're just like flailing around with their guns.
Everything but, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Chris. Honk, honk, honk.
Hey, up.
Chris is the goose guy.
Thanks, Honk. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, honk.
He's like, yeah.
Check it out.
Thanks, Baron. With the new codexes on the horizon, I can finally get my beloved big boys of Doom back on the table soon. Any tips on terrain building to protect knights from being annihilated turn one when going second?
Yes. So excited for Chaos Knights. So excited.
Build terrain that's tall enough to hide a knight.
It's gotta be tall enough to have no holes, right?
Yeah.
So Crate City, Crate Mountain.
Crane Mountain.
Yeah,
great.
like really big loafs,
Expensive. But
or like
It is expensive.
kind of like mountainous terrain.
Yeah.
Things that are like not
foam slabs.
exactly ruins.
Yeah.
Just like huge, like big terrain pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's gonna be tough.
You'll see it in some tournaments where like they have like a mixed bag of like terrain, and you'll get like a mountain range or something, or like a big loaf.
yeah, I think that's the way to do it. And you can do it with pink foam and like affordable materials.
Pink foam.
Because it is a bit too much right now, to be honest.
Yeah. Especially
Yeah.
with Eldar. Oh my gosh. Love Knights.
Curious to see though with the new books what they do to make Knights
It's true.
like
Yeah.
playable. You know.
Yeah.
Because right now they're not.
It's just a scary time to be a Knight player.
Yep.
Ugh.
Well, thanks, Jacob. All right, we
Oh.
have a Knight list here.
Oh, speaking of which, all right.
It's a Megara with a Claw and Infernal Quest Blasphemous Engine. We have 4 Moiraxes with Lightning Locks. We have 6 War Dogs
Dang.
with Thermal Spear and the Chain Sword. What do you fine folks think? New Codex hype.
New Codex hype.
I love it.
So a Megara and then 10 Baby Knights. 6 Warglaves and 4 Lightning Locks.
It sounds good.
I like
Can it
it.
get any better? What would you
Oh,
change?
I'm into it. I think
I really like it a lot. I'm curious what house you are and what allegiance. Probably Iconoclast. Get that extra AP. Trying to think about if there's a specific one. No, I like it. I think that's a great way to play Knights right now, honestly.
Yeah.
Just play the mission. Not all big Knights. These guys can all be obscured. It's great.
Yeah.
And look, they've all got
That's a
OBSEC.
lot. 10 little knights.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm super
Whee.
into it.
It's good.
Yeah,
looks fun, at least.
It looks fun. Yeah.
definitely.
And that, Jacob's list answers Baron's question of how you don't get shot turn 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
know.
Yeah,
You don't have
Jacob,
big Knights.
Yeah,
You have
exactly.
Yeah.
Smaller Knights.
Yeah.
And then at least, yeah, you can stack buffs on the Megara.
Thanks, Hytorian. So I just got back from work, and now squats are real? Do you think GW will have a full army out by Christmas?
Yeah, I'd say that's the aim. They said by the end of the year, you gotta assume that business-wise they want to have it out before then. Actually, probably before Christmas, because Christmas time is not a good time to release products.
Right.
They actually will probably aiming for fall. Again, this is not insider. We have known nothing, but just based off of what they said, their goal is probably going to be fall.
Although funny enough, GW historically has done a weird thing that like most businesses try to avoid.
Yeah.
Which is have a product come out in time for Christmas where like you can buy it, but it definitely won't be there. Like 100% guaranteed you can buy it, but the product won't be there on Christmas.
Sure.
Which most companies try really hard not to do.
Yeah.
But with all their Christmas battle boxes,
They don't come out?
they rarely come out by Christmas.
Huh.
Like
Well,
in
that's true.
stores
That's an
or
oversight,
arriving at
or-
customers. I mean,
I don't know if that's
I think GW just has a loyal customer base, and they're happy with like whatever their release schedule determines. Like they have deadlines they're trying to hit, and if they miss them, it's fine because they still sell like hotcakes.
Yeah.
interesting.
I
Yeah.
think that's their perspective. But often those Christmas battle boxes are not there by Christmas. It's not like you have it in your hands on Christmas Day.
fair.
So, honestly, with GW, who knows when like
What they've also done in the past around Christmas and New Year's, especially, is they'll do announcements. I remember seeing the Belisarius Call release or announcement during Christmas.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, I'm so excited. It's going to come out in like 2 months.
Yeah,
They do that a lot for the new year, pushing
Right.
into the first quarter, you know?
Yeah.
But you would think they would have had Call announced on like Black Friday, have him come out December 1st or something.
Well, they had other things come out, right?
Yeah.
I think it's part of it, because then
Guess
like, it's kind of a why not both.
they're always
You can't
releasing.
always push everything
Yeah.
back. Like, it would be ideal,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dang. Jacob said the Knight player, Iconoclast, and he beat a Harlequin player last night.
Oh,
That's
that's awesome.
I guess the high toughness goes a long way.
And it's a bunch of targets that, yeah, high toughness is
You can
good.
pop Void Weavers. That's a lot. Like you have 6 Melta thermal spears, and if you just get them all within 12, like they're fast. If you get them close,
And their melee doesn't really do a ton to you.
and your melee destroys them.
Yeah.
You have a sweep profile, or you have kicks. Maybe Knights hidden,
And you're
hidden
unreliable
answer
to
to
kill, too. Yeah.
How many Void Weavers?
But you can just pick up, like, that's what I'm saying, is like you can get within 12 of the Void Weavers and then just shoot them with thermal and then charge
Yeah.
them and
Yeah, just get within 12 of them.
Chop them up. Yeah,
Casually.
just get within 12.
That's all you gotta do.
Knights are fast.
But they still move like double your speed.
The thermal spear, I think, might
Close that
be
distance.
an assault weapon.
Okay.
It is assault.
Oh, okay. Yeah, might as well advance. Because you're going to be hitting on 4s anyways if you don't make it in.
I like it.
There we go. We did it. Yeah, you're going to be taking the one regardless, the -1 regardless.
Yeah,
so might as well advance.
Might as well. That's the Bridger special.
That's what I do.
Oh.
Thanks, Michael Cody. Yeah, didn't miss one. Thanks, Michael Cody. All the Tabletop Titans and chat, have a good weekend. I'd never hurt you, Bridger. John only gets Saturday evening. He and I got beef. This is back from, I think, Tuesday.
Yeah.
When you were trolling Michael about not knowing the day of the week. Because on Tuesday,
That's right,
he wanted
said-
us to have a good weekend.
Yeah. I'm like, but it's Monday. I'm so glad it's now the weekend. It's so
Weekend.
great.
Yeah.
It went by so fast.
Dude, I don't even know where this week went.
I know.
Crazy.
It's just a treadmill. All the weeks, turns out, they just keep
They
going.
do come back.
They
yeah.
just keep
They
going.
do. That's how. Yeah.
Look, Michael Cody, have a good weekend. But not this weekend, next weekend.
Have a next weekend so
have a good
good.
next
it's
weekend.
as good as this weekend.
All right, last one for the evening. Thanks, Mythic Golem.
Hey, yep.
Older tech, question mark? Space Dwarves running Forge World style dreadnoughts, please.
Oh,
I don't-
that'd be cool.
I don't know about dreadnoughts, but like baby carriers I could see.
Yeah, some similar technology.
Like some mechanoid, some kind of a walking humanoid.
Well,
Yeah, what kind of category is Age of Strife, right?
Strife, yeah. So people were saying that they might have robots.
AI, they might have actual AI.
Yeah.
Because that Age of Strife was when the AI was like overthrowing. That was when we had the real bads.
Yeah.
Humanity got AI.
Yeah.
We were like in the perfect world, we had AI, and then the AI overturned us when we were in the Age of Strife, and then we had to fight back the AI, reconquer the galaxy. That's why we lost everything.
Yeah.
And had to have a crusade to go back and take the galaxy. Because we had the galaxy before.
It's so cool. So cool.
Everybody forgets that we already, like Eldar are like, yeah, we had the galaxy. We had it twice, dude.
Yeah, twice.
We had the galaxy twice.
Whoa.
So Age of Strife would be like, you know the Mechanicum automata that are like, those are the dumb version.
Right.
From the 30K Mechanicum automata,
The Thalax,
Thalax, and the big one is the
Castellax,
no, the big one.
Domitar, Thaumatar,
You could just be making this stuff up. I don't
It's
know.
like Dominitar, but that's the first word. The second word is the cool one.
Castellan,
Everybody remembers. No, is it a Thanatar?
Than.
No, I don't remember. Anyway, so the Mechanicum in 30K have these super cool quasi AI. They're not really AI because this is post Age of Strife. We're not allowed to have that anymore.
Yeah.
So like if the Space Dwarves have actual AI from Age of Strife, it would be that stuff, but even cooler.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Be awesome.
I'm super excited.
And they're gonna have Squadzukas. So
no Squadzukas.
sorry, Squadapult. Squadapult, I think was the better
Squadapult.
name.
Yeah, it is more appropriate because it's more offensive. Yeah,
Look,
my
you can't
God.
just retcon the name of a faction into a derogatory term for that faction. That's not how that works.
I'm pretty sure you can.
You can't do that.
So I was reading the other day, as you do, an article that they came out with, I think earlier this year, about the Space Marine backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Do you know the vents on the side?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What those do and what they used to do?
They're just vents now, aren't they?
No.
It's just like
Oxygen.
No, you would
Wait,
think.
what do they
so
do
first
now?
of all, originally they were actual jetpacks. They would be like, okay, which is crazy. But even now, even today, those are for moving around in void space. They are actual mini thrusters. How do we like not?
That's
it's not like,
so
whoa.
cool.
It's so cool.
I thought they
So they're
just
like,
maglocked their boots onto the thing and walked around.
Well,
in the books they do that a
if
lot.
if you're like not attached, you actually have some control.
That's
Whoa.
cool.
I was like, what? That's crazy.
cool.
Yeah. So, anyways, I mentioned that because that's totally obviously like retconning. Like,
just
oh
decided, yeah.
this is definitely not a jetpack because that would be stupid, but does do this thing. So, anyways, yeah.
But we like vampire counts. They're not called vampire counts anymore. But
Yeah.
we can't just decide the vampire counts is now a derogatory term.
If you
for
called
the
them
death
vampire
factions.
counts, it'd be like, what are you? You think I'm like some Saturday morning cartoon? Like, what is that?
Yes, you're
Vampire
riding a
count.
zombie dragon, dude. You are a villain.
I am a Slegosi, okay? Also, I'm an Italian vampire. I can't do a Romanian accent.
Well, that's
Jacob did mention he had 6 Void Weavers, so pretty good. Also known as the correct number of Void Weavers.
Not 9? You don't like 9?
9 is just like there's no pretense anymore.
Right, yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying?
You're out to hurt people.
Yeah.
That's what we got today.
Wow. This was a great day. Good Warhammer with good friends and a good chat. Look, as we mentioned, lots of stuff coming up, of course, on Monday. The return of Sigmar, Tales from Gur continues. I'll be playing my Soul Blight versus Zach, Stormcast Eternals. It's going to be awesome. Tuesday, members vote, which we're going to have up right after this. Wednesday, I'm going to be on Hobby Titans with Zach again. We're painting up the stuff from the Arena of Shades box, which is out on pre-order today. So that's exciting. I'm painting up my Nighthaunt. He's painting his daughters. And we've got more stuff planned for later in the week, so definitely tune in to check that out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We'll catch you next time on the Tabletop.
Bye.